Good morning. I have found out how to find specific voice lines in Oblivion Remastered. And just to get to the point, I'm replacing Delos right here from the feed bag with my own NPC and everything. And just for this video's sake, I'm going to be finding the main quote that he says to you when you first talk to him, which is put on the feed bag, blah, blah, blah. And to do that, you go into F model, and if you go into F model right here to Oblivion Remastered, Wise Audio, and Media English right here, you will find all of the voice lines. It's all of them.
Six clothes.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And
I can't believe
they're
some...
all unnamed. Like, come on, dude. Come on. But anyways, so for local, I go to localization. I went to string tables, and for Delos right here, I went to response text, and then I just searched the quote that he says. So put on, if I can spell right, put on the feedback. Okay, so right here, found the quote that he says, and we're specifically looking at this. And for what I did, I found this number right here, copied that, and once you find the quote and everything, which it seems like all of these quotes have this little string number right here. So where'd it go? So you would copy that number, and then you would go to Wise Audio Event, and then English again, which comes with even more, but you'll be searching this right here. So, and I already searched mine, but if I would stop lagging so much, but it would come up with all of this, and then I searched my numbers, which found this, and Delos here is a dark elf, so it was this one, and I assumed it was the first one and not an alt voice, because I mean alt voice would be using like an alternate thing. I don't know. I just assumed it was this one. So I extracted that raw data right there, which got me to this. Gives me event, there we go. So it gives me this B and K right here, and then from this point I would go to, or I went to WWiser, which is a B&K extractor. I was just looking for something to read the B&K, and then I opened that, which is this WWiser. Then I loaded the distribution, so which would be the B&K. I went to the wrong spot. Select folder, it'll pull up the B&K, and then from this point I hit, well, you already loaded it, but selected it. I selected view banks, and then from this point I was just looking at the trees right here and saw CAK sound, and then I found this source ID, which if you copy that and go into the Wise English, the Media English, and then search that, if it would freaking copy. But I searched that source ID, and what do you know?
Put on the feed bag. I'm Dilos Fandas.
So now I have the Weem sound file, and I can work on recording my own voice lines, and I can easily replace it. So that was pretty much the tutorial. But just a brief rundown, you'll want to go into F model and go to the localization string tables and find the quote that you want. Then you would find that event file name, and then you would extract that event B&K into WWiser, view that bank, and then view the source ID, which I tried viewing the B&K it mentions a different source ID when you extract it inside of fmodel, which is why it wasn't working for me initially. So actually extracting the B and K and opening it with WWiser here seemed to do the trick. So anyways, that's how you find specific voice lines, and you can do this with literally any quote, anything, any line. You just have to find the event B and K, extract it, find the actual source ID, not the one fmodel says. But anyways, yeah, that's it. Thank you. Goodbye.